owner. I'm the executive chairman of the Plateau State Universal Basic Education Board, PSUBEB.
What are the priorities of Plateau State's PSUBEB?
Universal Basic Education Board is saddled with the responsibility of inculcating education in the children at the basic level. Basic level is a primary school as well as a junior secondary school. So that is what we are saddled with to ensure that our learners, our children, get educated right from the foundational. So it's a foundational stage of education.
In the last 3 years, what has been the areas where you have focused your interventions?
We've focused on teacher training because we always say the teachers are the engine room of the education direction of the board. And so we've been able to train and retrain teachers. Some we've granted permission to further their education in various tertiary institutions, while others we had an in-house training for them in collaboration with the Universal Basic Education Commission. And this has gone into, we've trained thousands of teachers in different aspects of education, so as to be able to impact our learners in their classrooms.
Now, we also see that overcrowding in classrooms is also a challenge, and we also see a couple of challenges to infrastructure, educational infrastructures. What is your agency doing to address this?
The overcrowding comes in as a result of inaccessibility. Inaccessibility in the sense that when we have insufficient classrooms where the learners can be brought into the required standard number. And in that regard, I want to say that under this administration of Barrister Carlo Manasseh Mutfwang, and we at the board have been able to construct 429 new classrooms, and we have also renovated 848 classrooms. Now, where structures were dilapidated, we have the pictures. Pictorials are with us, how we met the classrooms and how we transformed them. Several of these classrooms that I have mentioned to you never had solar lights, but today they have solar lights, and we did that intentionally. We reasoned that we are now in the 21st century where digital learning has taken foothold everywhere, and Plateau State cannot be left out. And so we did that in anticipation of having digital classrooms. And I want to tell our viewers that this had paid off, because as I'm speaking, in collaboration with the Universal Basic Education Commission, we have 2 classrooms that are wholly digital classrooms, each having 30 computer desktops with a laptop for the teachers and smart boards, where teaching in those classrooms will be smart. No more carrying chalk, no more carrying pen. It's going to be through digital process. And aside from that, we also have smart boards that will be displayed in 6 other schools, 5 each. That's making them 30. And the desire is that we begin to introduce the learners right from the cradle that smart teaching is the in thing today, and it does not become new to them by the time they get into senior classes, when it is expected that they will be confronted with writing their exams through CPT. It will not be something new to them. It will not be something strange because they started right from the beginning. And that's why we are foundational. So when we get the foundation right, we are certain that we are good to go. That whatever we build on top will stand the test of time.
We have noticed that school enrollment has
As of today, in fact, it started on Monday. You would have noticed that at least, about 3 of our metro buses plying our routes in Jos are carrying the message, bring them back to school. It is powered by us. It is part of the campaign to bring back out of school children to school. And I want to let you know that come September, you will see an upsurge in back to school for our learners. Why? Most of the out of school problems we had were hinged on inconsistent teaching in our schools, because our teachers were most of the time on strike during the last administration. But since when we came on board, we've not recorded any strike because we've been paying their salaries as at when due. I can beat our chest that Plateau State is one of the best in the entire nation. And you can make your research and you'll find out that we pay our teachers as at when due. In fact, today is 29th. Yesterday, they all received their salaries. No teacher in Plateau State will tell you he or she didn't receive his salary, except if he had any issues. But all were paid their salaries. And previously, they used to pay them in batches. Some may get theirs today, others till 1 week later, others 2 weeks later. But now we pay all at a go. So we are doing that. Aside from that, we understand we have the problem of insecurity that has pushed people from their ancestral homes to other places. We are making arrangements and making sure that they get education in wherever they settle, their new settlement. And also the problem of mining, which has become very topical for us on the plateau. Government is working in conjunction with the village heads, with community leaders, and with all and sundry to ensure that this is nipped in the bud, so as to allow our children to go back to school. And the campaigns we are intensifying, and I want to assure you that we will see a change come September.
My next question would be, since you
like I told you, the teachers are the engine room. If we don't get the right caliber of teachers, whatever we put, the gadgets, the enrollment, everything will amount to nothing. So first, we intensify effort on training the teachers. As I'm speaking to you, this just on Monday, there's a digital training that is ongoing for the next 3 weeks for teachers, for 300 teachers in the state. It started on Monday. So in the comfort zone of their homes, they are already, and they will be certified. So we make sure that we don't want to place the cart before the horse. Let's get the teachers energized, empowered, and they will in turn bring the desired results for us. So we are doing that, and we'll continue it.
Now, looking ahead,
we only want to tell the plateau people that will increase. There are achievements already on ground, but we are not saying we have reached El Dorado yet. We have not reached the expected this. And of course, one major hindrance is finance. With the finance we got in 2023, it was, in 2024 was lowered last year, and the one of this year is even lower. So That is our basic challenge. Else, people will see a transformed Plateau State. Because we are here to work for the people of Plateau. The governor has assigned us and he has given us a mandate. We must make sure we deliver to the people of Plateau. And we are out to do that, just that. So, Plateau people, keep praying for us and keep wishing us well. Where you see us deviating, bring constructive criticism. But when we have done some, when you've seen some achievement, praise us for it, and it will encourage us to do more. And so we are pledging and assuring them that we will continue to do even more what we have already done.
As we wrap up these interviews, I'd like you to
Your Excellency, I want to assure you that you did not make a mistake for appointing us to come to this agency, and we will make sure that at the end of your tenure, you are proud that you assign this onerous responsibility to people that share common vision with you, and will not disappoint you. Every year, the federal government releases a budget assigned to the state as matching grant. And it is from there the state government is expected to bring in a counterpart fund. It may interest you that last night I was with the governor. I told him, Your Excellency, see, last year we received 3.5 billion. This year we are assigned 2.3. He told me they are taking it up with the Honorable Minister of Education. So we are hoping that when that increases, we will see more activities on our part. So that's where the issue I told you, the finances have been dwindling. The moment Minister of Education allocates, for example, 5 billion naira to every state, because it's done equally for the 36 states and FCT. Of course, the state will raise a counterpart fund of 5 billion. And you know, if we have 10 billion naira, what you have seen, you expect to see much more. That is it. That's how it works. So we are only pleading with the federal government, since the matching grant comes from the 2% consolidated revenue of the federation. Please, federal government, give us more. You will see a transformed basic education. We are assuring the government that you will see it on the plateau. People from UBEC have come. The man earlier on you had me speaking with is from UBEC. They've commended what we are doing in Plateau State. And so we are assuring the nation, we are assuring the state, if we have the requisite finances, Plateau State will be an Eldorado. In 2023, we had a backlog of 2 consecutive calendar years, which is 8 quarters that were unclaimed. You might have watched on the media when the executive secretary made mention of 100 billion unaccessed funds from UBEC. It was because past administrations, and even presently, some have not accessed. But when Barrister Caleb Manasseh Mutfwang came in, he immediately sourced for funds, and we accessed the remaining part of 2021 and the whole of 2022. Then, as we carried out our activities, by the time we were ending 2024, he raised 4.5 billion naira for us to access 2023 and 2024. So we accessed 2 years at a go. And by last year, he raised the counterpart fund of 2.3 billion, 3.5 billion, 3.5 billion for us to access the one for last year, 2025. So as of today, Plateau State is not in default of accessing matching grant, because His Excellency has been up to date. And I told you last night I was with him, I told him about the one of 2026. He assured me as soon as we get some funds, we are going to access that of 2026. So Plateau State is one of the few states that has accessed its matching plan up to date.
On the camera, so we're expecting maybe His Excellency to access.